hate walking in dark. Makes me frightened and stuff.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome to another Yorkshire Pop Top adventure where I visit Hawkshead Hall Campsite, give you a campsite tour, show you the local area and venture out on my bike with my friend Paul to see how hard the hills are in the Lake District. Spoiler alert, they are really very hard. It would be amazing if you guys could subscribe to our channel as that really helps us. And if you would like to donate to the channel to help us keep creating content without sponsorship segments, please click on the thank you button at the bottom of this video and donate whatever you can. If not, that's also okay. I hope you enjoy my latest adventure, stay awesome everyone, and above all, be kind.
Right, so I have arrived. Reception is just there and it's really nice. Very simple. She basically just said to me, just go find yourself a spot, which I think is lovely. Very uncomplicated way of checking in. There is a games room apparently with a TV in it and stuff. So we'll do a campsite tour in a little bit. But yeah, I just came straight through and then parked up here. Sorry, doing spin-ins and straight to reception. So what we're going to do now is just head on down and find our spot.
I faffed about for about 10 minutes trying to find the spot I wanted, but eventually I decided where to go. I wasn't alone though, as quite a few others did exactly the same thing as I did.
So I've got my spot, looking snazzy, it's proper massive, that's what she said. And I think I'm going to get the awning set up because I've got some super tough pegs as well. But I am at Hawkshead Hall Campsite. The views are absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I've brought the bike, I've got a friend with me, Paul. He's probably going to go out, he's not staying with me, he's staying at the youth hostel further up the road, but he's just with his bike, so he's going to go off and do a ride. I'm going to get the van set up, and then we're probably going to meet up and have a beer later on. I don't know, but this is what the van looks like inside with his bike and my bike. It's literally like a bike shop, so we've had to take the wheel off his to get that in, but you know, needs must. It's all good in the hood. And yeah, I wasn't expecting this weather. This is proper nice, isn't it? It's proper nice.
After pretending to throw Paul's bike and wheels, you should have seen his face. It's now time for the usual van setup process. It's nice to just take your time when setting up camp. I try not to make it a stress and rush it, as now for me it's part of the whole process of camping and relaxing. I am after all in my happy place.
I was just setting up the van and a chap comes past on a quad bike. He's just camping up there, said hello, said, oh, watch your videos. I'm like, oh, thank you so much, I had a really good chat. So yeah, thanks Chris for coming over and having a chin wag. It's been lovely to have a chat with you. But I think Paul now has gone into, you've not met Paul yet by the way, he's the guy who's probably lurking in the background in a bit of the earlier videos. He's gone into Hawkshead to have a look around and get his bearings. He's just having a bit of a nosy, letting me set up and get all my YouTubey things stuff done, and that's basically it. But one thing I need to mention is that the ground's really tough, so you're going to need some pretty substantial pegs. We got these last time we were here, in fact in Hawkshead. Thank you. In Hawkshead, and we had to get these bad boys here. So bring a hammer, proper hammer, and some pegs. Otherwise, you're just going to struggle really to get normal pegs in. They'll just bend. Right, so I am camped up and all done and dusted. There's a couple of things to do, but I like stretching it out and doing it nice and relaxed and stuff. I've got to have my dinner yet, and I've still got to plug in the electric hookup, but you know, it's just all small things. What you'll have seen me do in the past is bring a big rolled up mattress. It takes up so much room in the van that then I put in the pop top and then it's out of the way. Now what I'm doing is I'm trialling for when we go away on longer breaks with the family, because I sleep upstairs, or sometimes Olivia sleeps upstairs, you know what I mean, there's no steps, but it makes sense. I'm trying a self-inflating mattress that's about that thick. It's about 5 centimetres. That's 5 centimetres, isn't it? It's about 5 centimetres, and you can add air with your own mouth, or you just let it inflate it by itself, and also an self-inflating or a blow-up pillow. Now, I'll put links in the description below, and I'll tell you at the end of this video whether it was comfy or not. So you can either go and look at it and not buy it, or go and look at it and buy it as an option. The reason we got this is because when there's no air in the pillow and the actual sleep mat itself, it can stay up in the pop top with the pop top down. So it means it's not taking up any room. That big rolled up mattress that we had just took up so much room in the van. So this weekend really is a bit of a trial for me to see whether it's comfortable enough for me to sleep upstairs on that, and or Olivia upstairs on that. Obviously if I can sleep on it comfortably, so can she. So while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I'm going to address something. Now, in the fridge, last video you saw that I had Bombay mix, and you don't put Bombay mix in the fridge, of course you don't. However, to address that question, I put Bombay mix in there because what it did is it stopped all the beers from sliding backwards and forwards, so it acted as a little buffer. So, you know, the small price to pay was I had a cold Bombay mix, but it still tasted nice, and I took it out of the fridge as soon as we were camped up. But yeah, that was why it was in the fridge. Right then, dinner done, pot noodle, coffee in my belly. It's time to do the campsite tour. Nice!
Hawkshead Hall Campsite is a working farm in Hawkshead, and it's such a lovely campsite. We were greeted at reception with a smile and were told to find an empty pitch and camp up wherever we liked. If you like hearing nature, you'll hear lots of sheep and cows too, then this is the site for you. Located just a short and lovely walk from Hawkshead Centre, you can either eat in your van or venture out to one of the pubs or restaurants that cater for most tastes. Each pitch is large, hard standing, has electric hookup, a tap and grey water waste disposal point. Situated just behind reception is a toilet block. It's massive and there are several showers with a push button, wash area, plenty of toilet cubicles, and they are clean and well maintained. There is an Elson point for your portaloo, a TV room for those cold nights when you're in a tent, and the views all round are lovely too. There is a pot washing area indoor, and just off that room is another room that has dryers, a microwave and a freezer for ice packs. There is a disposal area on site, but there isn't a shop, but with Hawkshead being so close you can get supplies from there should you need anything. Sadly, you're not allowed fire pits at this campsite, but you are allowed barbecues if they are raised off the ground. There is Wi-Fi on site, but I found the mobile reception was good enough and had 4G most of the time on Vodafone. All in all, this campsite gets a big thumbs up from me. Nice.
So Paul has gone out for a quick bike ride around Windermere. He's doing about 30 miles or something. He's a bit bonkers. He's doing a ride today and then another ride tomorrow. He was supposed to be doing this big tour, cycling from Otley all the way up to Buttermere and then meeting me on parts of it. So he just wants to get a lot of good cycling in. Anyway, while he's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some food on the go. I'm going to have a bolognese, but I've forgotten the pasta, so is it just a bollen?
For dinner, I cooked on my stove outside to keep the smells out of the van. The only issue I'm finding with this is the flame can be blown out by the wind, so I'm now on the lookout for some sort of wind deflector. Comment below if you know one that works well.
Nice. Bolognese, not bolognese. So basically I forgot onions and I forgot pasta, but you know, it looks tasty enough. That looks like a nice freshly made meal. It tastes nice. One thing I do when I'm camping on my own, I don't put these in bowls, it's just more washing up. I just eat directly out of the pan. Then I only have to wash two things, the pan and this. Right, so I've just spent the last 20 minutes getting all my stuff ready for tomorrow. So my cycling kit's ready, that's ready to go. I've got the sleeping bag out, that's all fluffing up nicely. I've got a fleece blanket out, so then if I get cold during the night, I'm all right. I've even got my hot water bottle, so everything's all good. The bike's ready. I've got my breakfast ready for the morning as well. So I've got my shake, my coffee's all loaded, ready to go. And Paul is back from his ride, just as I am talking. Was that a good ride, buddy?
That was so hilly.
Yeah?
Yeah. I am absolutely. Oh. Supposed to be a holiday this.
Where did you go?
Ambleside, Windermere, all the tourist spots. Rather than hugging the shoreline, decided to take my more of a scenic route, which meant up hills, down hills,
lovely.
up hills, down hills, while I saw all the flat roads just below me. So I think I might well have made the wrong choice, but still enjoyed it.
At least your hair
I'm
still
back
looks
here.
all right.
The wet quiff.
Maybe it's maple leaf.
Is it? Salt, that is.
It's lovely, that. It's good for you.
Homemade organic salt.
Paul's on his way now. He's going back to the youth hostel, getting a shower, getting sorted, and then he's going to walk into Hawkshead for about 7:30, and I'm also going to do exactly the same. But I think what I might do is take a leisurely stroll out towards Hawkshead now, and then see him when he gets there. And he's gone. Right, I think it's now time to head on to Hawkshead and see what delights are that way. See you, boy. Right, just before I set off, I really like the All Pro chair that I've got. What is it? Not even All Pro. What is it? You are Pro. It's just an Amazon cheapo. I really like the chair, but it's really, really, really lightweight, which is brilliant. But the only problem with that is that every time I go in the van and come back out again, it's gone over there. Right, take 2. I'm going back to the van because I'm going to need a torch to get back, aren't I? I think I'm going to wait until this rain shower passes. It's been lovely. It's been absolutely lovely. And then I decide to go walking, and then the rain happens. I've resorted to an umbrella. You'll not believe it. I've left my phone in the van on charge. So I'm on my way back again. Okay, so we might have a bit of an issue. Now, let me just put these things down. We might have a bit of an issue. Paul's not had dinner. I have, obviously, I had it in the van, as you saw. And the plan was to go to the Queen's Head pub to have some food, so he could at least eat before we have some beers and have his normal tea time, dinner time. However, I've just found out of some lovely people who I've met in the campsite that the Queen's Head is fully booked for food. Now, I've just tried some of the other places, they're all closed. And I don't know anywhere else that also does food, so he might struggle. He might have to just get a sandwich from the co-op. Come on, Paul, pick your phone up, you div. No. So I've got hold of Paul and I've told him what the crack is, so he's going to have to go to the co-op and get a sandwich, and then what we're going to do is go into Queen's Head, have some beers, and then maybe book in for tomorrow night, just knowing what it was like tonight. Worst case scenario, I can knock us something up in the van because I've got plenty of food. But while I'm waiting for Paul to get here, I'm going to go for a drink. Okay.
Eventually, I managed to get hold of Paul, and the youth hostel offered to make him some dinner that evening, so he did manage to get some food down him before having a pint.
Right then, that was ace. A few pints in the pub, and now it's time to go back. Paul has gone that way back to the youth hostel with some chaps that we met in the pub and had a really good chat with. It was lovely to chat with you. I know you're watching because you've just subscribed. Thank you so much. And now I need to go find my way back to the campsite in the dark which is like scary as. I don't even know the way back, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Oh no, I hate walking in dark. Makes me frightened and stuff. Right, so I'm gonna have to go down this big dark alley all by myself, put my big boy pants on, and yeah. Look, I've got to go down that blackness. So I'm back at the van, and it's now time to get the hot water bottle going, because there is nothing better than being toasty warm in your sleeping bag with a hot water bottle, regardless of whether you've got a diesel heater or an electric heater or anything like that. Hot water bottle, it just touches all the spots. Yes, it's literally like having a heater on full blast. Oh, happy days. Right, I shall see you guys in the morning. Take care. Night night. Good morning, everybody. Good night in the pub last night, and a lovely sleep actually. The mattress that I've bought is working wonders. I did let a little bit of air out of it, because what I'd done is I'd left it a little bit too inflated, so it were a bit tough, so I let a bit of air out of it and then it became comfier. So yeah, happy days. The blow up pillow, I've still yet to I'm reserving judgment on that one, because I don't know. I think I still prefer a proper pillow. So today what we're doing today, we are going for a bike ride. I think we're aiming for about 50 miles, 60 miles, something like that. I'll be taking the DJI Osmo action camera with me, and I'll grab as much footage as I can. We've set off. Sorry, I'm on the GoPro, but it instantly hit hills. It's been brutal. We're only about 4 miles in. The roads are super quiet, like really quiet, aren't they?
Climb 2 of 8.
Two climbs of 8 done, and I'm already feeling it. Say something now. Riding in the lakes is a completely different animal to riding in Yorkshire. Yeah, it's hilly where I am, of course it is. That's why loads of people go cycling there, but this is a different animal. There's no flat, there's just no flat. You're either up or you're down. Don't get me wrong, the downs are nice, but they don't last as long as the ups, that's for sure. We've arrived in Broughton-in-Furness, just outside the Square Cafe. We're not going to stop here for a coffee. We're going to probably carry on a little bit, but Paul's going down memory lane because he's not been here since about 2008. He said he remembers like a fish and chip man just in the centre there, and having his photograph taken and stuff. And this is like the square in Broughton-in-Furness is very quiet at the moment because it's a Monday, everyone's at work. I keep saying it, but this is lovely. I mean, look at that petrol station there with the cars up on the top there. It's proper ace. Candlestick maker there, little post office, plenty of pubs. There's the Inway that Paul's been telling me about, and you do something like 40 pubs along the Inway and you get a stamp in your book every time you've done one. So whether they still do it or not, I don't know, but certainly something that Paul did when he was younger, and he's just been having a trip down memory lane, which is ace. But yeah, I mean, this ride's not about going fast. It's not about getting your head down and seeing how quick you can go. It's just about absorbing all of the lovely fields and views and all the little villages we're going to go through. I think it's beautiful. Well, that was close. But now we've got off on a hill. It's almost impossible to get back on again. So we have to resort to pushing the push irons, because it's impossible to get back on a 25% incline. My actual lord, that was a hill. Probably 30% of the times, you reckon?
Wheelman will say 40, but we'll say 30.
Yeah. Probably more like 25, but none of it, there was no like up in a flat and up in a flat. It's just up. Oh, but the views are completely worth it. See all of the bay. So we popped into Poppy's Cafe and Tea Room, and they've got a massive selection of food. So yeah, so it's my turn to have a big breakfast. I knew that the shake and my banana and my bar would get me this far. Now I need to replenish and put some calories back in again, because I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry. We're not smashing it by any stretch of imagination. We're taking in all of the views, stopping, taking photographs. It's just lovely to do that. So we left the cafe about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and didn't do any filming because we had to come on a bit of a main road, so we just wanted to concentrate and stuff. But we're almost, well, we've got about 10 miles to go, and We knew there were going to be a few little lumps to get there. And then Paul pulls out of the bag. He's got like a gradient map on his bike. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you. It's red. It's utterly red. And I can see it from here. You won't be able to see it. It's right in the distance. But that is brutal. That is going to be brutal. Right at the end of a ride when all you've done all day is climb uphill. Oh man, this ride's ace. This ride's, apart from that little 2 mile stretch we had to do on, I don't know, an A road.
A593, I think it was.
A593, about 2 mile stretch of it. Sorry if I'm a bit fuzzy, because I think I've got steam in the lens because it's been in my back pocket. But anyway, let's go get this hill smashed. So we've hidden in some trees because the hailstone started and it really hurts your ears. Certainly when you're doing 20 mile an hour on your bike downhill and it's smashing into your face. So we've come and hidden under some trees. I'm back. Managed to get through that hailstorm. We just hunkered down underneath the trees until it went away. That was a tough ride. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to go get a shower. Everything's ready to go. So what I've done is I've wrapped all my stuff up in my coat. I've got everything ready to go here. And I'm just going to carry it all the way up to the shower block. And that's going to be the best bit of the ride. Those showers are amazing. One fault though, the push button thing, certainly in the cubicle that I was in, didn't stay on for very long. So you push it and you go to get under it like that and then it'd stop. You'd be like, okay. But they were super warm, really nice. And yeah, I feel so much better now. I feel like a human being again.
We ventured out to the pub for a well-earned pint and some food after our bike ride.
Right then, we're back from the pub. I was going to take you down, but you've seen the pub. We went to exactly the same pub tonight, and I thought, you don't want to see me videoing exactly the same thing. Had fish and chips, which was so nice. Really recommend that place, the Queen's Head in Hawkshead. But also, we went to the Sun Inn as well for a quick pint. That looks really nice. Looked really snazzy. We've not eaten there, so I couldn't give you any information on that. But you know, the pint was nice, and they've got Lowe's Water Gold as well, which is one of my favourite Lake District beers. Absolutely love Lowe's Water Gold. So yeah, that was ace. And yeah, I think it's time to go to sleep. Oh, the bike is in. I bring the bike in every single night. It's just there. So that doesn't stay outside unless I'm in a campsite that's super quiet, or I can chain it to the wheel or whatever. But yeah, the bike's in because I'm sleeping in the pop top. That doesn't need to be down outside. So I think that's it. I shall see you guys in the morning. Take care. See you. Bye. Well, good morning. What a beautiful day. It's cold though, really cold, and it was freezing overnight. It's about it's 9 o'clock now. I've been up since about 6, just chilling, looking at the sky, and it's just been beautiful. Just literally, I love just sitting there sometimes and just doing nothing. One of the reasons I got the van is just to do nothing. Even though I do go out on the bike and walks and things like that, sitting and doing nothing is perfect. I'm pretty much packed up, the lid's down, most stuff's away. I'm just waiting for Paul to come round on his bike so he can grab his stuff and drop some stuff off, because he's cycling home about 100 miles today because he's a beast. And Chris, the chap who was up there that I mentioned earlier in the video, just popped down and give Branston some treats. So I'm sure he'll be happy about that, and he told me to give Branston a hug. So I'll definitely do that. No problems at all. It's been lovely meeting you, mate. So I think it's time for coffee number 2, I think. And then wait for Paul, get the bike in the back, and then head off home. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been awesome. I shall see you on the next adventure. Take care. See you. Bye. Why can't I just put a bag in a cupboard? Shit, thanks, man. It's the last video, and I am. Nope. Half of my videos are just me trying to rearrange the frickin'. Does that make any difference? A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Right then, ish. And oh, there's the. I've not really set this up properly. It's a little bit flappy. Oh, that's a lovely angle. It's right up my knee. Just leaning here, sat on my porta potty, you know what I'm saying? For the morning, all of the things are ready. Someone's looking at me. Right. We're not going to have a skinful tonight, that's tomorrow night, because we don't want to be riding with hangovers tomorrow.
Tonight's just canapes, isn't it?
Tonight's just canapes, maybe.
Shots and things.
Yeah, just shots, just sambucas.
I don't know, just samplers for tomorrow.
Right, so I'm not going to put my shoes in the van because they stink. Capacity crowd for the FA Cup final there. There's all cats in there. That's amazing. Love that. There's loads of people in there having a meeting looking at me. Did you hear that? What exactly are you doing here? That's basically what he said.
You're not local.
Brilliant. You're not local, you can get out of my pub.
What do you do with that camera?
Nobody wants to know what we're doing. This is my only Vans account. What's that? What's this? Why is that there? What is it? Is it a boiler? Tornado. It's a tornado. Probably won't put that in.
And that bike helmet's quite a tight fit, you know. You've got like a.
Have we got a line?
You've got a band-aid.
Yes.
Strap on your forehead.
Yeah, nice.
Some kind of like cycling print.
Yeah.
It's like a barcode.
It's like a barcode, yeah. It's like
A QR code.
you pay. I'll be in bargain bucket.